this one comes up every week. How does your software compare to Unitronic, i.e. APR, etc.? It's first every tune for every motor ECU platform is pretty different.
Mm-hmm.
So one tuner could have a great 2.0 TMQB Gen 3 tune, and maybe their other tunes are crappier because they were tuned 5-10 years ago by completely different tuners, and some of the bigger competitors out there, they will spend time on an ECU platform, and then frankly they'll just leave it for dead as they move on to be the first for new applications.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the time their tunes were good, but these tunes are being constantly developed out in the market, and because they're not willing to go back and spend time on a smaller market that frankly is worth less money, they're putting all their engineering focus on the new products. But here at 034, we will go back and update tunes. So like even our old 27T tunes have benefited even recently
Mm-hmm.
from recent ECU developments we've made in like the B8 platform or the MQB platform. And so, the stuff that's even in our 27T tuning now, 5 years ago, nobody in the world had, So these things keep getting developed. For us, it's relatively easy to go back and update those because the same team of people who developed the tunes 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago are still doing it now. And it's relatively easy.
I'm still here.
Yeah, as opposed to cracking open, pulling some old file off the shelf, dusting it off, and trying to figure out what the heck that guy who used to work here did.
Yep.
So what we always like to say is we like to talk about 034 Motorsport, and what we always strive to do is an OEM plus type tune with the peak optimal safe power, with excellent drivability, excellent throttle control, safety. To this day, we are not aware of a documented engine failure on 034 Motorsport tuning.
Mm-hmm.
Other tuners out there have many documented.
I get a lot of people requesting the Hail Mary files. I'm always very hesitant to do anything, and I haven't provided.
We don't really do that, and the Hail Mary, Hail Mary is not that much better than just the regular Mary. It might be a couple more horsepower, but the chance of blowing your motor is substantially higher. But I would say, to be fair, a lot of the blown motors out there aren't Hail Mary.
No. I'm not saying that's all. Yeah,
it's just bad
special requests or anything.
A bad tune without the right kind of safety measures or controls. We always attempt to work within the factory ECU tuning protocol. So if boost is going up, we don't just scale up the map sensor or trick the ECU into running more boost.
Right.
We actually go in there and re-engineer the ECU to read the higher boost levels. And so you're in that boost map. You're not off the map. You're not riding the top row of some map.
Yep.
And it's the way the factory would do it if they turn the boost up 50 or 100%.
If they had any reason to go over like 23, 24 PSI and anything.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways to scale and trick the ECU into doing things you want it to do. Those result in major safety issues for the engine. It means the ECU is not in full control. The ECU isn't monitoring all the variables. And so it's kind of like, you're on a ride, but you're not scared because you don't see all the dangers out there because someone's put blinders on you.
Yep.
And so our tunes, we always strive to work holistically inside the ECU mapping so that the ECU is actually in control.
Yep.
And that also means all the OBD diagnostics work, logging all works. You can get accurate data out of the ECU, and the benefits in drivability and safety again are huge. So there's no dyno chart for safety. There's no dyno chart for drivability, but there's oh, Nick, I'm not aware of that. You should tell me about those if that's the case. But no, so there's no dyno charts for those things, but that's our goal is to provide the peak power with the best drivability. So, you know, there's a lot of good tuning out there, and it's up to the customers to check it out.